Hello everyone, welcome back to a low buy update. This one is for September and October. This is the second last one that I'm going to be doing, which is fucking crazy. Thought the year is almost done, like holy shit. I'm gonna try to keep this pretty quick and to the point, as quick as I can. I have developed a lot of feelings and thoughts about this low buy and about my shopping habits and how those kind of play in together and what's the best like strategy for me and stuff like that. But I don't think I'm gonna get into that now. Honestly, pretty soon I'm gonna like do a year wrap up, so I think I'm just gonna keep thinking about it and save everything for that video. So September started off, I've finally reached a point where I was no longer in debt to myself. My budget balance was $5. I didn't buy anything like extra. Everything that I bought this month was a replacement, which is good. Again, it always happens, I'm sure it happens to most people, that everything rounded at the same fucking time. So it like I bought a lot, but let's see, in August I didn't really buy that much. I didn't buy any replacements. So, you know, anyway. So I bought a micellar water, which is not exciting at all. I usually just buy any micellar water that's on sale. This is the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water with Rose Water for normal sensitive skin. I don't know, I just use these for like removing swatches and stuff like that. I did a lip swatching in September, so I used up most of this. And I've been doing a lot of swatching recently. It was $8.99 and yeah, it's fine. Like, I don't really use micellar water on my face anymore, so I don't really have much to report about that. I also just got a cleanser. We ran out of our cleanser that we use. I ran out of the cleanser that we use at nighttime. My girlfriend and I share. I just got this Cerave Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. I typically always use the Cerave Foaming Cleanser, have since I was like literally in high school, but they were sold out because all the Gen X's, no, Gen Z's. I don't know why I always get that wrong. All the Gen Z's in my neighborhood always buy up all the Cerave. I just think it's so funny. It's like they can't keep it in stock. Anyway, this was in stock. It's actually, I like this better than the OG foaming cleanser, or hydrating cleanser rather, because it's like cream to foam, so it does foam up. So I don't hate this. If I was in a pinch, I'd buy it again, but it's not like the worst cleanser I've ever used. It gets the job done. I also ran out of my setting spray, so I bought the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist, and I've been absolutely loving this. This was $12.99, so kind of, I mean, pretty average, I feel like, for drugstore setting sprays. It really does have a very fine mist. I think it's really great. I honestly don't know whether or not it truly prolongs the wear of my makeup, but it melts powder in really nicely. It has a fine mist, and I would buy it again for sure. I've been really actually enjoying that quite a lot. I ran out of brow gel. I just went with an affordable one. I got the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara in the shade Soft Brownie Brows. I actually have been enjoying this as well. I've had this before, like years ago, and it's very affordable. It was $3.99, and I actually like it a lot. I've been using this just like by itself in my brows sometimes, and I feel like it has a like much better hold and like volumizing effect than the e.l.f. one that I was using before. So have been enjoying this, and you can't really beat the price at all. I also bought a new eyeliner. This is the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof Eye and Body Liquid Liner, and this is just in black. It's one of those ones that's like almost like a little pot with like it's liquid with like a little brush, and I like the way it applies, and I like the way it looks. It's super matte. I find it easy to apply, but it does take a little bit to dry, so I have to wait for it. I basically have to sit there like fanning my eyelids, waiting for it to totally dry down because it is super liquidy. So and I have hooded eyes, so if I open my eyes it just transfers everywhere and it's a disaster. So for that reason I wouldn't buy it again, and unless it's an emergency, think I'm going to just steer clear from these kind of like liquid eyeliners. I also ran out of my powder. Like I said, everything's running out at the same fucking time. So I wanted to try something new. I got the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Sweep and Lock Translucent Setting Powder. I didn't realize this until I brought it back home. This only has 8 grams of product in it, which is basically like, I think half of the amount of products that I have in my Maybelline Fit Me Powder, which is typically the powder that I use. And I don't really like this that much. I'm honestly almost out of it, and I've only been using it for 2 months. It's almost like an HD powder where it's like super, super fine. And it wasn't marketed that way. It doesn't say like HD powder or anything. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. I would not recommend it. It's fine, it's okay, but it's definitely not my favorite. I think especially, like, I don't really notice flashback. I don't take like flash photography photos, and I don't, like, I'm generally really pale, but it's one of those that's like super fine, so it will, I find that it can stick down weirdly and like chunk up, and I'm sure a lot of people would find it like really drying. I don't know, it can get like a little bit patchy. I just really wouldn't recommend it at all. I bought a nail polish, which was a major find for me. This is the Essie Expressy Quick Dry Nail Color. I have the shade Precious Cargo Go. I don't know. They were having like some collection or something that was like the astrological signs. This is apparently Cancer. I don't know. I just really liked this like mossy green color. And I have to say, this is one of my new favorite nail polishes and nail polish formulas. It really does dry super fast. I feel like I have a lot of, well, I don't have, but I've tried throughout my lifetime a lot of like quick dry nail polishes, and none have truly dried as quick as this. Dries and legitimately dries really fast. Like if you touch something, or like, I feel like nail polish can be dry to the touch, and then you go and do something and your nail polish is totally fucked up. This legitimately dries and like dries thoroughly. It looks like thick on the nails. It's really like self-leveling, I think it is. It like evens itself out really beautifully, and I don't know, I just love the way that this looks, and I would really recommend this, and I definitely will be getting more shades. I just like repeatedly wore this all through September and October. I got a skincare item. My skin has just been absolute shit recently, and I here and there I watch skincare videos, and I don't know, I feel like I hear so many people talk about vitamin C, so I ended up getting a vitamin C serum that I use in the morning. This is the Versed Stroke of Brilliance Brightening Serum with vitamin C and licorice root extract. I don't know. This is at the drugstore. It's not like super, super cheap. I got this on sale though for $21.59. And I think actually that this has been helping with like hyperpigmentation, like lightening dark spots and stuff like that, especially in conjunction with the other things that I'm using. So I think that vitamin C is something that I'm going to continue to use. I don't know if it's necessarily this product in particular or just using vitamin C in general, but I bought it and I have been enjoying it. And I feel like it will last a long time because I don't really use, I use like 2 drops or something, so hopefully that will last me for a couple more months. And then, I'm not joking, everything ran out. And then I made a little Sephora order because I ran out of my Freck, and as much as it pains me to buy this because it's ridiculously expensive, I did repurchase it because there's not a ton of affordable options for freckle products for me in Canada. This is the most easily accessible one because I like the Kimchi Beauty one, and it's less expensive by far than this, but shipping is expensive. It's like as much as the product itself. So I don't know, so it would essentially cost me the same, if not a little bit more, to buy the Kimchi Chic one. So I've just been buying the Freck, and I just like it so much. It's such an like stupid, unnecessary product to buy, but I just absolutely love using it, and I just ended up buying it again. I also bought a new primer. This is the Makeup Forever Shine Control Step 1 primer. I think they just rebranded it. My favorite like primer, mattifying primer that I use every day is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Mattifying Primer. And obviously these are different. I'm sure that they're the same product, just like redone a little bit. But just in case, I bought a mini size, and this full size lasts me like multiple years. So I was like, this mini size is going to last me a long time anyway, and just in case something has changed, I won't buy the full size. This was like $20, so it's not horrible, and I know it's gonna last me a long time, and it's like the only primer that I've ever used that genuinely helps my skin be less oily and prolong the wear of my makeup. It's like truly something that I would miss a lot if I didn't have it. So yeah, I'm squeezing the last little remnants of this out still, but see, that's the thing, it lasts me so long, so oops. I just knew that I would want to repurchase it. And that's all I bought in September. Moving on to October, I finally, in terms of my budget balance, I was at $55. And I did end up buying the Lunar Beauty Moonspell Volume 2 palette. I've done a first impressions with it. This is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I will be posting a 3 looks 1 palette with this probably next week, Monday, if everything goes according to plan. I have the original one behind me. I love that one, and I knew that I was going to buy this as soon as they announced that they were going to be launching a volume 2. I have to say, I absolutely love these tones. I love the color story, and I have enjoyed what I've used of it so far. So I'm happy with this. I think it was $60, so that was not cheap for sure, but that was the purchase of unnecessary makeup for my budget. I think I'll probably end up changing that. I don't know if my budget is necessarily working for me. I might have to change the format of my low buy, but I think I'll think about that more going into 2022. I also bought a nail polish again. I bought a black because I'm missing a black. This is the Sally Hansen Insta Dry Nail Color in the shade Black to Black. I really like this formula of nail polish. I find that it wears really nicely and looks really nice on the nails, so I have been enjoying it. And I painted this, I think, 2 or 3 times in a row, which is a lot for me. So normally I like to change my nail polish a lot, but this, I've been enjoying it, and I'm happy to have a black back into my nail polish collection. If you didn't know, I've been building my nail polish collection back up from nothing because it's a long fucking story. Anyway, I've started painting my nails again, and that was not too expensive. It was, I can't remember, it was $7, so not too bad. I also randomly bought, technically this was my girlfriend and I share this, so this was a joint purchase, but we bought the Cerave moisturizing cream. I use this at night, and it's a giant tub, so it should last us a good while. We bought this from Costco. I honestly can't remember how much it cost, probably like $20 or something. I just thought I would pop this in here. Maybe it's interesting to know what I'm using at nighttime for moisturizer. And then I've been saving up my Shoppers points, or Pharmaprix in Quebec. If you didn't know, Shoppers is like one of the main like drugstore pharmacy chains in Canada, and you like get you accumulate points that you can redeem for like money off. I'm sure most people know about it, but I've been saving my points for like multiple years, and Shoppers carries Urban Decay, so I was initially planning on getting an Urban Decay palette, but then I saw that they now carry Lorac, so I ended up redeeming my points for this Lorac Fairy Tale Forest palette. I had seen people talk about it on Instagram, and Lauren May Beauty did a video on it and it looked really nice, and I was like, I'd much rather buy this than an Urban Decay palette, and I'm very surprised. It's actually smaller than I thought, but I'm not super upset about that. But the color story is really beautiful, and these shimmers actually look super, super nice. It's like a really beautiful, like, neutral palette with lots of sparkly shades, and I'm excited. I'll be doing a first impressions on this probably next week as well. I did drop it accidentally, so it looks a little bit messed up, but luckily I managed to save it. This was $45, which I don't think is horrible at all for a palette. I like the size of it. It's compact, and I got it for free. Well, technically not for free because I had to spend money to get the points, but I didn't pay money for it. While I was making an order, because I've never ordered online from Shoppers before, but I did this time. I also got another e.l.f. buffing foundation brush because I absolutely love this brush, and I talked about before how I wanted to get another one of these, and I did, and I could not be happier. This was $8, and then I have a separate morning and night cleanser. Maybe extra, but it really annoys me to have to bring things in and out of the shower. So this is my new morning cleanser. This is the Cerave Salicylic Acid Cleanser. I just finished up a salicylic acid cleanser from The Ordinary, and when I saw this I was like, yes, please, I would like this. So this is always also sold out of the physical store that I go to, so I was like, let me pop this in my cart. And I think I had to pay like less than $10 for the entire order, so I was very happy about this, but it regularly costs $18, which is not cheap for a cleanser, but it is 237 mils, so it will probably last us a long time. And that, my camera is gonna die, so hopefully I can finish this video out. So I didn't buy a ton of I did buy a ton. Most of it was replacement, but I feel like the less I think about my budget that I have to spend, and the more I think about just really limiting what I'm buying and only buying things that I've really thought about and I know I'm going to want. I'm going to get use out of it, and I also take into consideration, or have been mostly taking into consideration, will it be interesting to use on my channel? Because while it's fun to buy makeup, it's also helpful for me to buy makeup that you guys will want to see as well. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just trying to buy less things in general, and just be smart about spending and not feeling like I have this budget money that I've set aside. Let me feel like I have to spend it. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. But like I said, I will talk about this more in a video at the end of the year. Let me know how you guys have been with spending or buying. Have you bought anything new? I'm just checking to make sure that I'm still recording. Are you guys on a low buy still, or have you found that you haven't been interested in buying anything? I would really love to know. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!